Lagos, city of hustle, city of betrayal, where dreams are sold like gala on Third Mainland Bridge and where loneliness can choke you louder than danfo horns during rush hour. This is where Ebere Udoka lived. No? Survived. A man of wide shoulders and wide pain, born into a family that had lost everything in a land dispute in the east. First son, first hope, but Ebere grew, and so did his body, fatter, rounder, louder. The world mocked. Even his uncles called him Akpaezi, royal cow. His mother would slap them with her tongue, defending her son with eyes that had cried dry years ago. But society? Society doesn't forget your size. When he applied for jobs, the H'ers smiled like demons. We'll get back to you. They never did. When he asked a girl out, they replied with nervous laughs and all, you're sweet. But one by one, his self-worth peeled off like rust from an old danfo. But then, he met Amaka. She wasn't just fine, she was dangerous. A marketing queen, skin like shea butter and lips that could start wars. She called him my teddy bear. She kissed him in front of her friends. She made him feel seen. Ebere thought she was his destiny. He told his mother, "Mummy, this one is wife material." But Amaka, she was playing a game. A cruel, twisted, devil in heels kind of game. Her girls dared her to date the fat guy for 30 days. 1 million naira was the prize. On the 31st day, he got a video. She and her clique, replaying his voice notes, laughing, mocking. One girl said, did he really say, "I want to wake up beside you forever"? The final punch? A text that simply read, "Lose weight, big man. You're not funny. You're just fat." That night, Lagos air was too heavy to breathe. Ebere took a pack of sleeping pills and left his phone unlocked on the table. Walked slowly to Third Mainland Bridge. The wind was sharp. The night, quiet. Too quiet for a city that never sleeps. He didn't jump. His body collapsed before he could. Pills kicking in. He fell on the concrete like a broken statue. But fate wasn't done with him yet. A weed smoker who came to escape police patrols under the bridge saw the body. Baba day breatho. E still day warm. Ambulance. Sirens. I see you. Enter. Nurse Oyi was called Nurse by her love patientess. She wasn't beautiful in the Instagram filter way. She was real. Skin like burnt caramel. Eyes that told you they'd seen too much death to play games. When Ebere opened his eyes 3 days later, she was the first thing he saw. "Don't try to talk," she said, adjusting his oxygen. "Your body's still fighting." But his soul? It was tired. On day 4, he whispered, broken, "Why did you people bother saving me?" She didn't blink, didn't flinch, "Because you are not useless. You are not your scars, and I'm not going to let the devil win today." That's when the story shifted. She brought books, gospel CDs, talked to him when the other nurses avoided his eyes.
He told her everything, how the world treated fat men like punchlines, how Amaka made him feel like a beast. She held his hand, firm like a promise. "Let them laugh, you will rise." After discharge, he didn't vanish. He called her, visited her ward with bottled water and smiles. Slowly, he started selling plus-size fashion from his room in Oyulegba, clothes that made big men feel like kings. She modeled the female line, curves wrapped in anchor power, fire in her walk. People started paying attention. Who is this guy? Where did this nurse come from? One tweet blew up. This fat man and this nurse. God is still writing love stories, but life wasn't done testing them. Her younger brother was shot by SARS on his way back from night class. Why broke? Ebere held her through her screams, through her silence, through the burial. Then came the interview. A radio show host mocked Ebere live on air. "You say you promote health, but you're obese. Isn't that hypocrisy?" Oyi took the mic. "Real health is choosing not to die. Real strength is surviving rejection, ridicule, and attempted suicide. And real hypocrisy is mocking survivors." They got married in a small church in Surulere. No filter, no hired influencers. Just real people, real tears, real power. Ebere wore a custom kaftan with "I didn't die" embroidered across the back in golden threads. Oyi's veil was hand-stitched with the word hope. Now, they run a foundation. Fat doesn't mean forgotten. They've saved lives, spoken in schools, reached out to people on the edge. This story, it's not fiction. It's a war cry, a love song, a fist in the air for every soul mocked for how they look. Because sometimes when you fall, heaven doesn't send wings. It sends a nurse. And so, in a world that mocked his body, a nurse clothed in quiet courage became his shield, his reason, his resurrection. This was not just a love story. This was a battle, a miracle wrapped in white scrubs. A tale that proves, sometimes, the gods send angels not with wings, but with fur drips and broken sleep. To the forgotten ones, the mocked, the laughed at, the silenced by shame, you are not a mistake. Your story is still being written. And now I ask you, have you ever met someone who saved you without even knowing it? Tell us. Let the tribe hear. Let your voice echo with ours. Like, subscribe, and ring that sacred bell so you never miss the next tale from the edge of the human spirit. Here, on Folktales of Many Tribes, where true stories rise from ashes and legends are born not in palaces but in pain.